Interglobe Aviation trades slightly lower after a big block deal where promoter Rakesh Gangwal is likely to have sold 6% equity worth 11,000 crore rupees. The spate of block deals don't end there because Tencent is likely to have sold 2.1% stake in PB Fintech, while promoters are the likely sellers of nearly 4% equity in Wellspun Living.
Vodafone Idea trades higher. Citi issues a buy call with a target price of 22 rupees per share. They say a favourable outcome from the Supreme Court could significantly reduce the company's AGR debt burden.
Paytm shares have also gained but are off the highs of the day after the company received approval from the Finance Ministry to invest in Paytm payment services, allowing the company to resubmit its application to be a payments regulator.
And power financiers REC and PFC surge on a bullish report by UBS, which implies a 25% upside for REC and a 17% upside for PFC.
And Genus Power is locked in a 5% upper circuit following order wins worth nearly 4,500 crore rupees. KEC International's rally also continues as it wins orders worth over 1,100 crore rupees.
Hello and welcome to Chartbusters. I'm Nigel. With me is Hormuz. And the markets, well, they're looking good. The trend seems to be continuing. That's buy the dip and move higher. But it appears, Hormuz, that today particularly, it's a large cap day. You look at the breadth of the market, the number of stocks that are declining are more than the number of stocks that are advancing. But the large cap names, in a mind of their own, in a world of their own, currently at the high point of the day, all set to take out yesterday's high. And I'll tell you what, 25,130, 25,150, that's a bit of a resistance zone. So if you get past that, we could easily do 50, even 100 points above those levels. So just keep that level in mind.
We're speaking to some of the chartists as well. They were mentioning 25,360 being the upper end of the Fibonacci retracement level for on the upside for the Nifty. But yes, 25,130 to 150 is that resistance band. Of course, it's the monthly expiry today for the Nifty. We'll keep an eye out on that. The IT rally, though, is continuing, and despite the results from NVIDIA.
That's right. You know, Hodwa, I just want to make that point on NVIDIA. The stock is at around $125, right? And the peak was around $140. That was around 3 months or so ago. So if, just going by, putting in the case scenario and you have a 7% downtick overnight as well, if in case, the stock opens 7% low, I think tomorrow when we are on Chartbusters, I won't be surprised to see that it actually doesn't close 7% low, maybe some recovery from the lows. Because the numbers are not bad. The stock hasn't done anything in the last, 3 months or so. And I think the street wants more with regard to the guidance, which they didn't get.
That's not the case with lofty expectations, right? When you expect the moons and the stars, I guess that's what happens. But, well, what's on the Nifty? What's in store on the monthly expiry day today? And, of course, for the September series as well. Sachitanand Uttekar of Trade Bulls is joining in for a quick chart check. Sachitanand, good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. Well, it does look like the Nifty is seeing some recovery from the lows of the day. But do you see that strength continuing? Now, we're up for 11 days now. See 25,300 on the cards in the September series.
Good morning, Hormuz, and good morning, Nigel. I think clearly, we have been notifying that the market is well positioned for a rally towards 25,450, and this is a probable target that we are looking at when it comes to the September series. So I think even if you look at today's data, even yesterday, 25,000 was acting as a very strong support. In fact, the way we are seeing today's option writing activity, I think 25,050, 25,000 looks like a very strong support base. The constituents are also well placed for the Nifty to push itself higher towards 25,200 zone. So I think from an intraday perspective, we still have a good amount of headroom which is available. We are anticipating that the Nifty could scale towards 25,160 during the day and probably see an extension towards 25,200. If you look at the Nifty Bank, which has been consolidating and has been underperforming, but if you look at the data, the 51,000 support now looks very confident. We have already seen a very strong participation from ICICI Bank. Even Axis and Kotak have started contributing here. Yesterday, we saw a good recovery from IndusInd Bank as well. It is just the HDFC Bank which has been on the disappointing side, but it is also well placed near the support zone. So even here, we are expecting that the Nifty Bank may scale towards 51,480 kind of a zone, and that's why we are recommending building long positions when it comes to indices.
You hit the nail on the head, Sachi. Even I think that, in fact, that mark of around 51,400, 51,500, that's been a bit of a resistance mark. So let's see whether or not we can get past that. Individual stocks, what do you have for us?
Nigel, we have around three ideas which are looking good from a positional perspective. Now, if you look at the contribution of ICICI Bank, clearly, if you look at the daily charts, there is a very strong rally which has been ongoing for the last 2 weeks. We have already seen a bullish continuation pattern, which is a bullish flag formation on the daily scale, which is exhibiting a price target somewhere close to around 1260. Now, its live high is placed somewhere close to around 1256. So we are expecting that this particular rally may continue in the coming series, and that's why we are recommending building long positions in the September series as well. Keeping a trading stop loss somewhere close to around 1224. Fresh long additions can be deployed in ICICI Bank for a positional target of around 1256. This other stock on our radar has been Coforge. Now the stock was consolidating; it was underperforming with respect to its peers. But if you look at today's data, it looks like the 6300 mark has been confidently breached on the September series, and we are expecting that this particular momentum may continue towards 6540. That's why we are recommending building long positions here in Coforge September series as well, keeping a trading stop loss at 62.45. And this third stock idea, which is showing a kind of a reversal here, is Dalmia Bharat. On the weekly chart structure, we are seeing a double bottom kind of a formation here. The stock is now confidently trending above its 50-day exponential moving average as well. Now, if you look at the entire structure, this particular pullback may extend towards 1240 in the coming series, and that's why we are recommending building long positions in Dalmia Bharat, keeping a trading stop loss somewhere close to around 1810.
All right, Sachitanand, thanks a lot for sharing with us your views on the indices as well as specific stocks. Time for a short break. Up next, the management of PDS joins in to give us an outlook for their business going forward following their 430 crore QIP. Stay tuned, back on the other side. Back with us here on Chartbusters. The markets continue to remain where they are. The Nifty is currently at 25,080, exactly the level which was its previous record high. The mid-cap index, though, is showing a bit of an underperformance in today's session, as has been the case over the last couple of sessions. The Nifty Bank, though, is the one there nearing the mark of 51,200, but both the indices continue to remain flat. But with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Chartbusters from Nigel, me and the team that put this show together. Thank you so much for watching. Trading Hour up next.